Hello everyone, today is Wednesday, January 2nd, 2019. It's the first business day of the new year. You can see my computer clock on my right, and on my left is the time and sales. The E-mini S&P currently trading at 2,550. Just want to wish everyone a happy new year. This year I want to try to show more educational content in my videos, not only the recap of the daily videos, but want to do more free content, that, it's free anyway, but I want to do more educational content. So if you would, I'm going to leave comments open, so I want you to tell me what you would like me to talk about. And if I get too many spam type messages, one of the reasons I don't allow comments, or I have them set to where I have to approve each comment, is because I get spammed. I get weird comments. I get people posting links to their websites and things like that. So that's one of the reasons I try to limit comments. But I'm going to leave comments open at least for a little bit. So please tell me what you would like me to discuss, and I'll be happy to try to cover more educational content in the videos. But anyway, great day today. First up is the DAX on 150 Heikin-Ashi chart, and you can see the session here in its entirety. It hit its goal of 31.25. Well, it hit its goal of 25.50 and had quite a bit of positive slippage in this last trade here. So it started out with an equity high of about 1,300. So again, if you have smaller goals, and you probably will if you're actually trading live, unless you have a super large account, you're probably not going to duplicate the goals that I use in my strategies. But in any case, if you had a goal of, let's say, 1,000 on this chart, you would have hit it in the first trade. But we have higher goals here, and it went on to make our first equity high at about $1,300, and then it drew down slightly to about minus 200, perhaps 100 per contract, and then it came back with these back-to-back winners, this kind of familiar pattern here, and ended up with 31.25 for the day. Okay, so next up is the DAX on a Super Renko 14 tick, and this hit its goal of 35.50. It had a couple of ticks of slippage. It started off with a loser, so it looks like it drew down just a couple of $100, and then came back with that familiar pattern of back-to-back short and long, and pushed it up to its goal. So really great trade placement here on both of these trades, and excellent performance on the DAX. Okay, next up is the NASDAQ on a 987 Heikin-Ashi tick chart, and this did 22.90 for the day. The goal on this chart is 15.50, so this had strong positive slippage on this trade here, and we had no losers, you can see by the equity curve. So great performance on this chart. These trades don't look very large here, but there's just big volatility in the market right now. You can see the indicators catching this sell-off on the last day of the, well, actually this was yesterday, probably from the European markets, and this carried over overnight and then recovered somewhat. Okay, next is the DAX on a Super Renko 14 tick with our $2,000 goal, and this hit its goal and had some slippage today. This drew down only about maybe $500, $250 per contract, and it did come back. It was up and down. The losers you can see here were relatively small compared to the winners, especially this big one here. But two back-to-back losers brought it back to break even, but then it came back with these couple of trades here and ended up hitting its goal for the day. Okay, the DAX on a 1597 Heikin-Ashi has a goal of 1550, and it hit its goal with a tick or so of slippage. This started out with 3 losers in a row, and so this drew down about 900 on 2 contracts, 450 per contract. So The takeaway here is that the Autotrader can absorb some losers, and then it came back with these two back-to-back winners and hit its goal of 1550 for the day. Okay, the E-mini S&P on a Super Renko 8 tick with a higher time frame filter of Super Renko 6 did 1425 for the day, and the goal on this is 1500. So this hit its goal and had some slippage. Okay, next up is the NASDAQ on a 150 hike and ASCII chart. This has a goal of 1250, but actually did 470 today. We had positive slippage here, and we only drew down about 150 per contract. So quite a bit of volatility at the open of the NASDAQ session, but ultimately hitting our goal, and we were finished trading in the first 30 minutes. Okay, the E-mini S&P on a Super Renko 4 tick with a higher time frame filter of Precision Renko 8. This used to be the one with the Super Renko 2 tick, and I've changed it to 8 and adjusted the goal to 1,000. So this hit its goal and had great positive slippage on this run here. This was like at the 10 o'clock hour, so in 30 minutes of trading, quite active, but the drawdown was very low, only about $50 per contract, and then came up, had winner and loser that, or several break-even trades as indicated by the equity curve here, and then finally up to and beyond its goal here with this trade up into the 10 o'clock hour. So trading was finished in 30 minutes of trading. Okay, this is a chart that's been shown for a very long time on our video channel, and it's the E-mini S&P on a Super Renko 6 tick. It hit its goal in one trade here. This starts trading at 12:30 noon. So this avoids everything in the morning and attempts to capitalize on the change in trading midday. And so the goal on this is 750, and this obviously hit its goal and had one tick slippage, and did so in one single trade just by catching this move here. Okay, one of our most consistent charts on the Super Renko 4 tick is the Super Renko 4 tick with this 6 tick Super Renko higher time frame, and I have a goal of 1,050 on this, and this hit its goal and had one tick of slippage, and there was some volatility on this chart. You can kind of see it was up and down until it finally hit its goal. It came very close to its goal several times. Here's the session in its entirety. So there was winners and losers, and if you had a little bit lesser goal here, you would have hit your goal earlier, say $700 or so. And I also have some historical trades showing on the chart. That's why you see this equity here. This is only going back to the 23rd, so with the holidays, it's only a few days of trading looking back. But in any case, this did hit its goal for the day, and it's a goal of 1,050, and we're only trading 2 contracts on this, so this is basically shooting for $500 a contract. Okay, the E-mini S&P on a Super Renko 6 tick has a goal of 1,200, and it's trading 3 contracts, and this drew down initially about $700 or 250 per contract or so, and recovered from that and finished the day at 687.50. And finally, we have the crude oil on a 987 tick chart, just a regular 987 tick, and this drew down about 600 or 700, 350 per contract, which is not too terrible. But it came back mid-session, around the 11 o'clock hour, with several winning trades, and finished at 310 for the day. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching.